Hi everyone, today we're going to start chapter 5 and we are going to start with lesson 5.1 on page 291 in your workbooks. So today we talk about dividing, or start talking about dividing decimals. It starts out with working with powers of 10, just like all the other chapters have. And if you remember when we were multiplying by powers of 10, if it was a decreasing power of 10, which is what we've got right here under one way, see this? Or the decimals, that was considered a decreasing power of 10. We moved our decimals to the left. Well, decreasing powers of 10 are the same as dividing by 10. So when you're dividing by powers of 10, you're going to move to the left. So this time it's kind of nice. You don't have to keep wondering, do I go to the right? Do I go to the left? If you're dividing, you're going to the left. So it's just showing you that multiplying by 1 and dividing by 1 still going to give you the same answer, your original number. And then multiplying by 1/10 and dividing by a 10th is going to give you the same answer. You're only moving the decimal one place to the left. Multiplying by 100th and dividing by 100th is still going to give you 5.6 because you're moving two places. And multiplying by 1,000th or dividing by 1,000th is going to give you 0.560 or 56 hundredths. Because again, there's 3 zeros, you're moving it 3 places to the left, whether you're multiplying or dividing. So let's look at the bottom here. It says another way, use exponents. So the only thing different here is instead of it showing it as a decimal or a power of 10, it's showing it in exponent form, okay? So anything 10 to the 0 power is going to be 1. So we know that 560 divided by 1 is 560. It's not changing. Next one says 10 to the power of 1. Well, 10 to the power of 1 equals 10. 10 has 1 0, so that's why we're only moving our decimal one place to the left. Our answer is 56. Next, we have 560 divided by 10 to the second power. That means we have to move it 2 places, 1, 2, and we get an answer of 5.6 or 5.60. And then the third one, it says divided by 10 to the third power. That means we move it 3 places, 1, 2, 3. So that would give us the answer of 0.56, or of course it could be 0.560. But that 0 at the end is truly unnecessary. So just a little reminder over here is that 10 to the 0 power is always 1, and 10 to the first power is always equal to 10. Go ahead and turn the page to page 292, and we're going to do an example here. It says, Liang used 25.5 pounds of tomatoes to make a large batch of salsa. He used 1/10 as many pounds onions as pounds of tomatoes. He used 1/100th as many pounds of green peppers as tomatoes. How many pounds of each ingredient did Liang use? So it starts us off with tomatoes. We have 25.5 pounds, and underneath it says onions. 25.5 pounds divided by, well, it said 1/10, so it would be the same as dividing it by 10. So that would be the same as 25.5 divided by 1 would obviously just give us 25.5. Then when we divide it by 10, we have to move it that one place over. So that would give us 2.55 or 2 55 hundredths. So that tells us how many onions. I'm gonna have to zoom in here a little bit. Next we have to deal with is the peppers. So it said 1/100th as many. So this time we're going to divide by 100. So they start our pattern up for us, and we put our original number in all of these spots here because that's not going to change. And then our pattern is going to take us to 100 because that's what we're dividing by. So we know when we divide by 100 or by 1, it's not going to change. When we divide by 10, we're going to move our decimal one place over. And we just did that, so we know it's going to be 2.55. And when we divide by 100, we're going to go 2 places this time to give us an answer of 0.255. which would give us our answer here. Okay, so that's using it, using a story problem. Let's do a couple of problems down here under try this. It says complete the pattern. So we already know when it has to deal with dividing by 1, or even if we were multiplying by 1, nothing's changing at the beginning of our patterns. Now with the second number, it's going to change because I have 1 0. So I'm going to move it 1 place over, and I'm going to get 3.26. And now I'm going to divide by 100. That means I'm moving it 2 places, 1, 2, and get 0.326. B is going to be the same, but this time it's using exponent form. So remember, I have nothing in my exponent, so it's actually just going to stay the same. And then next I have a 1 here, so that means I move it 1 place. So 5.02. And the next one I have a 2 in the exponent, so I'm moving 1, 2 places and getting an answer of 0.502. And we'll finish the share and show just as a little bit extra practice before we talk about your homework. So let's complete the pattern. It already has most of it completed for us. It had a 0 in the exponent, so it didn't move at all. It had a 1 in my exponent, so it only moved 1 place over. Here it had a 2 in my exponent, so it moved 2 places over. And then it had a 3 in the exponent, so it moves 1, 2, 3. So our answer is going to be 0.456. Okay, so let's look at our homework. Our homework is going to be on page 295. And of course, 1 is already done for you. You're going to be working on problems 2 through 11. You will not have to do 12. In Blue Group, make sure you refer to Google Classroom to figure out which problems that you are being asked to do as well. All right, guys, happy practice.